How to get a $20,000 limit business credit card with both Dell and Apple with no consumer credit check or personal guarantee. What is business credit? It's credit tied to the business and not you, the owner. It's linked to the business based on EIN, Employment Identification Number. With business credit, a business can grow its own credit profile. A business can start to qualify for credit and financing. Because the business qualifies for credit, there's rarely a personal credit check. A business can use credit for growing, making payroll, or upgrading equipment. The business can use its credit to qualify for revolving store credit cards like Staples, Lowe's, BP, Walmart, Best Buy, and even MasterCard, Visa, and American Express. The business can also qualify for credit lines, loans, vehicle leasing, commercial real estate purchase, and much more. Business credit can be built quickly. You get approved for vendor credit right away, store credit within 90 days, and cash credit in 6 months or less. Here are some business credit benefits. You can get credit card limits that are 10 to 100 times those of personal cards. You can have personal credit cards at stores and now have a second card at the same stores for your business. You won't need collateral, cash flow, or financials to get business credit. Lenders will review your business credit when determining if they want to loan you money. And anyone can pull a business credit report. Business credit has value and can be included in the price if you sell your company. You won't need a personal guarantee when you want to borrow money for your company. Business credit does not affect your personal credit score. In fact, your business credit has nothing to do with your personal credit. The scores can differ dramatically, and with business credit, you won't need cash flow or collateral. Getting started means building business credibility. This means you choose a business entity under the IRS's rules, corporation, LLC, etc. Stay away from sole proprietorships and partnerships. You get an EIN. You get an 800 number and a fax number, and they are both listed on 411. You get a professional-looking website. You get a business email address with your domain. And you get a physical or virtual business address. Another part of getting started is setting your business up with credit reporting agencies. Your business won't get credit if it doesn't have a credit score, and it won't get a credit score until you get a free DUNS number. This number comes from Dun & Bradstreet. Just ask them. It gets you into their system. But first check, make sure your company isn't already listed. If you have a DUNS number, that leads to a D&B Paydex score. The first credit you can get is with what are called startup vendors. Make sure they are vendors that report to the credit reporting agencies. These vendors sell things you use every day, like office supplies, coffee, and shipping boxes. They will often give you net 30 terms, but you usually need to complete 2 or 3 orders first. Some startup vendors we know and love are Quill Office Supplies, Monopolize Your Marketplace, Granger Industrial Supply, Wells Fargo Business Secured Credit Card. You will need a DUNS number to get started. You may also need a Paydex score. They may want trade or bank references. They might not report sales unless they meet a threshold, such as a $50 total for some. Often you need to apply for credit and go through 1 or 2 denials before approval. You will need 5 of these accounts. Once you are approved, start paying your bills this way. As with all credit, pay responsibly and on time. And don't use more credit than you can comfortably pay back. Usually, this means keeping your utilization rate under 30% of your total available credit. This will take 30 to 90 days, 60 on average, to get these to show up on your credit reports. Once you've got your 5 or more starter vendors reporting, you can move on to revolving store credit. This is credit from places like Amazon, Best Buy, Staples, and Office Depot. It also includes Dell and Apple, but you need your 5 starter vendors accounts first. Some of these companies have a time and business requirement. This is another reason not to go to them for credit before you secure your 5 starter vendor accounts. Some stores like Home Depot and Staples have longer time in business requirements. They can want you to be in business for 3 years. Having a professional-looking business pays off now. Many of these applications want names of an authorized officer, your annual income, and more. You need to fill out these applications thoroughly to avoid a denial. Revolving credit with Apple comes from Barclays. Just go to www.barclaycardus.com/apply/application.action. Rewards are not great unless it's for Apple products or dining out. There is no annual fee. You can earn Apple Store or iTunes gift cards for each 2,500 points earned. You will automatically receive a $25 Apple Store or iTunes gift card. Apple wants to see the following on their application: Social Security number and date of birth, mother's maiden name, ID number like from a driver's license. If you are turned down, try again. Barclays is reportedly open to reconsidering applications. Use this card solely for Apple purchases. The rewards are best for Apple products, and you can do better on interest with other cards. For revolving credit, Dell wants accounts payable information. They will authorize credit of up to $50,000 provided through WebBank. The interest rate depends on creditworthiness as determined by WebBank. Up to a maximum rate of 29.49%. You can apply at www.dale.com/financing/US/04/transactional/DBC Marcom Credit APP/DBC Marcom Credit APP. Dell's requirements are that you must be in business for at least 6 months and a paydex score of 78 or more is preferred. For your application, you will need a current employer name, Social Security number and birth date, your mother's maiden name, and ID numbers such as driver's license number, state ID, passport, etc. For more information, call Dell's Commercial Account Department at 800-999-3355. For credit limits with Dell and Apple, business credit card limits are nearly always a lot higher than for consumer credit cards. Business credit card issuers know their cards will be used more often and for greater expenses. According to the National Small Business Association, half of all business owners carry some sort of balance from month to month, with 9% carrying a balance of over $25,000. So they know you need to use your business credit cards a lot. Creditcards.com says businesses use their credit cards an average of 20 times per month. A $10,000 credit limit at both Apple and Dell is typical, so long as you show a good payment history. So use credit responsibly before you apply. Usually, credit limits are increased automatically. If not, do as follows. Have the account open for at least 6 months. Have a stellar payment history. And keep your credit utilization percentage below 30%. And ask customer service. Just call them. The issuer will most likely pull your business credit reports. So use your cards frequently, as using them more will help your case. Ask for a credit limit increase on your best card first. Having past due payments and other negative credit history will not help your case, even if those negatives are on unrelated accounts. Brand new business credit card accounts won't get increases, so be patient. If your credit limits are too low, don't worry. Give it some time and continue to build a good payment history. Allow 60 days for these accounts to report. Get 10 of these accounts, so not just with Apple or Dell, but also Home Depot, Sam's Club, etc. And as with all credit, use it responsibly. You can then qualify for fleet credit to buy, repair, and maintain vehicles. You can later qualify for cash credit, which is Visa and MasterCard and the like. If you have a $10,000 limit with a store, you can get the same credit limit in cash credit. Keep your Social Security number off these applications so they pull your business credit reports instead. If you can supply a personal guarantee, you can get unsecured business financing. They will check your personal credit, so it's got to be good. But you can get $25,000 to $150,000 in 3 weeks or less. You can get 0% rates for 6 to 18 months. Manage it responsibly, and you can have excellent business credit in only 60 days. Getting to $20,000 business credit cards with both Dell and Apple is within your reach. With excellent business credit, you can get high-limit store credit, and you can then get cash credit within 120 days. All of this is without a personal guarantee or a personal credit check. And you can even get this as a startup with no collateral and no cash flow. We can help. Contact us today to learn more about how to get a $20,000 limit business credit card with both Dell and Apple with no consumer credit check or personal guarantee.